Hello everyone, my name is Christian Blaney. I'm a high school senior in the St. Louis area, and I took a 5-day kayak solo about 4 hours south of here on the Current River for a school project. And the basis was to see how I could apply metaphysics or my understanding of God to the trip. It ended up going incredibly well, and every point and every turn that I needed help seemed to go my way. Stick around for the rest of the video, and I hope you enjoy it. Hey, another thing to talk about is, as I'm editing this video more and more, I'm realizing that the further on the video goes, the better the video gets. I think I'm at full, goodness, I guess, and being comfortable with how to do this and how to lay it out by around the 25-minute mark. Right around there, the video goes up. So don't run away if you don't think the beginning is great, because I'm just not super comfortable with the format. Thank you. Alright, this is morning number 2. I recorded a little bit of this on my GoPro, so hopefully that's saved. But I slept really, really well. I'm really, really happy about how that turned out. I read my book, and then at around 8 o'clock, or maybe even a little before, I just hit the sack and slept for about 11 hours. So nature is definitely a good place to sleep. I have to wrap everything in bags. I have to make breakfast. I have to charge some stuff. I want to see if I can get a good schedule for that going. And I think I'm going to use my phone for video, just because my GoPro batteries they just don't seem like they're holding much, and it seems like it'd take way too much to charge them. I'll see if I can charge them when I hit Van Buren, about 80 miles down, but yeah. So right now I'm at around mile 9, and I'm going to try to pack on 20-ish miles today. I'll show you the map in a bit, but that's the plan right now. Alright, so it's 5 minutes after my last video. Just to update, I'm making breakfast with my Sve 123 stove, made by the company Octane, Optimus. I was thinking of archery. I just gotta pack up my sleeping stuff, and then I'll be on to making breakfast. Alright, so while I'm filling my water, I'm gonna just catch you guys up on what happened yesterday. I landed at my campsite, was crazy bored within the first 30 minutes. I just did not know what to do. I recorded that on here, I'm pretty sure. Or no, that was on the GoPro. And yeah, I did not know what to do with myself. I did some reading, but I just was down, and I was just thinking, alright, so what I'm going to do tomorrow morning is I'm just going to ham it up the river and get there as fast as possible. But after sleeping, I think I'm just in a better place, more rested, because I got 11 hours of sleep. That means I must have been at least a little tired. I did some fishing to try to pass the time, but the issue with fishing is that I'm not super great at casting, and I casted it into a tree, which then made the spinner tangled, so I can't fish anymore. That's alright, I have a net, so I can still catch them, just not with the pole. Yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say right now. Alright, so my water is boiling so that I can pour it into my my breakfast, which is Mountain House chicken teriyaki. I've had this flavor before. It's pretty good. Really, really simple instructions. Just pretty much boil some water and stir it around when you pour it in. Just undo the top. Yeah, really quick on that. Here's my picnic blanket, my utensils, stuff like that, my fuel. Really simple setup. I haven't taken out my hammock yet, but everything else is over there in my pile. Alright, I just gotta pack up this stuff and bring it down there. Just so y'all know, this is the river that I'll be on. It's called the Current River, and it's in Missouri. The water is not too deep, but it's deep enough for my kayak. Yep. Alright guys, my campsite is already cleared out. All my stuff is already down that way at the boat. I will be heading off very soon, and I'll give you some updates on the river. Alright, so I've been on the river for a little bit now, and I've hit a chill part. I just finished a couple rapids, just class 1. They're not like crazy, but they're a little difficult to navigate in the kayak that I have. Is my setup. I think you were able to see it in that, but if you weren't, I'll just take another picture. I'm about to hit some more little bumpy stuff. I should be able to get through it, but yeah, it's been going good so far. So I'll update you along the way. All right, what's up, everyone? Ooh, that's pretty good. So I've seen a ton of wildlife so far. I saw a water snake. That had might not have been water snake, might have actually been like a diamondback, if they live around here. It had a diamond-shaped pattern on its back. Those are in my woods. But yeah, it was just like slithering across the water, and I was like, oh, hey snake, what's up? I saw like they're like ducks. They look like ducks. But in reality, I'm not sure what they were. I saw a raccoon. That was cool. He was just like, he was actually right over there. He was like right over there. Yeah, the trip's been cool, nature-wise, especially so far. I know I'm only a couple miles in, but I see this as a promising opportunity. All right, so I'm a couple miles down the river. I parked my boat to be able to have some time to look at my map a little bit. There's a fly around me. I need a snack and just kind of like rest a little bit. There hasn't been a super strong current since I probably last talked to you, so I've just kind of been paddling manually down. It's 10:50 right now, so I've been on the river for, I don't know, like 2 hours almost. I'm not like toasted or anything. I'm not like really worn out. I could use a break, and I'm on schedule time-wise, as far as I know. If I'm not, then I'll find that out right now. Alright, the quality of this video might not be fantastic, but I just saw a bald eagle. This big bird, white tail, black wings, just... Man, the wildlife out here is insane. I think I actually still see it perched up on a I don't know how to point. Alright everyone, well, welcome to the dark night of the soul, as I learned it's called in media class. There weren't any signs for a bridge that could literally suck you in, and had a couple pointy parts on it, so my boat popped, or didn't. Well, yeah, it popped. One side of it did. I was able to patch up the bottom, and I tried patching up the side that popped, but it just wasn't enough. So it's not over. I'm gonna replace my canoe about 4 miles up. Other than that, it should be good. Alright, so the point of this trip was actually to get a better hold on my metaphysics, and they work. I just read The Science and Health for about 10 minutes in science, theology, and medicine. While no particular quotes popped up that I can remember and tell you word for word, there was a lot of stuff about mending or just like healing or like putting things together. And so after that I was like, all right, I guess I'll, sorry, my arm's getting tired, I guess I'll mend my boat. and I did. I found some material in my bags that I didn't even know I had, and I just don't remember packing. Some extra material, and patched up my boat, pumped it up. It's holding pressure pretty well, and I'll be on the river soon. I still have about, sorry, I checked my watch, about 4 hours of daylight left, so I'm gonna get going. But let me just tell you, God has saved me so many times this trip, and it's only the second day. That's all I have to say about that now. Okay, so I'm a bit ways down the river. Met a ton of really nice people. Look at this place. It looks like it's a campground, but also, guess what? There's a really old hospital behind me. The history behind it is that a dude named, it says right here, dude named Dr. Christian Dale from Illinois purchased the land and converted this place into a hospital because he thought that people, and this is like around 1930-ish, and he thought that the pollen-free, cool, like chilly air from the cave would heal people of asthma. He ended up passing away in 1940, but still, he left some cool stuff behind. And also, there's like a lagoon behind me. I think that's what it's called. Like water comes out of the cave down here. I think you can see it down there, and feeds into this like mini waterfall. Anyway, I'm in a cool place. I don't know if I'll camp here yet. I actually don't think I will. I feel like it'll creep me out that the hospital's there, but it's whatever. Alright, so I'm a little bit in front of Acres Ferry. I think I'm 15.5 miles up, and I'm drying out my blanket there. Not blanket, it's just like a ground blanket that I can sit on. But picked a sweet campsite. Someone had already made a fire ring right there. I think I swallowed a bug. Patched up everything. This trip is going phenomenally. No complaints. I'll talk to you later tonight. Alright, so I've been at my camp spot for maybe 45 minutes. I made dinner. Gonna back again. I'm having potatoes and chicken pot pie. It's more of a soup. It's more of like chicken and chives in a milk soup. Still tastes good though, because I've been on the river all day. It's been a crazy day. God has been very helpful in helping me move forward. With His grace, I will be continuing on. I'm not so spent that I can't keep going, and I believe every day will get easier and easier. Tomorrow, I'm going to the part of the river where it just opens up. That is what everyone has told me. I've heard from an hour to 10 minutes. Like, that's how much it ranges, 10 minutes to an hour. In one of those times, depending on how fast I go, I will be at Acres Ferry, at the, I don't even know what mile mark it is. It's in my map somewhere. I'll be at Acres Ferry, and from there I'll just keep on going. I'm going to go as far as I can each day. That's why I don't have a detailed itinerary. I would love to, but it's just I haven't known enough about my pace yet to tell you what that is. I forgot to brush my teeth last night. I did it this morning, but I have really, I don't know, maybe I didn't do it as well this morning as I'd like to. My breath doesn't smell, it's just that my teeth feel weird. So after dinner, I'm gonna brush them. Then I'm gonna get ready for bed, cover all my stuff with a tarp, and that's the end of my day. This campsite is really nice. It's mostly a beach. That's my boat. That's my stuff over there. That's where I cooked my dinner, and I'm over here with some logs, and there's a fire pit there. So we'll see how the rest of this goes. I'll catch you guys whenever I feel like talking to you next. I should stop. It's like getting annoying even for me. That's just how I say goodbye. So, bye. Hey, so to catch you guys up on the going-ons, it's about 6:21 a.m. This is going to be the third day on the current river. Gonna try to get in over 15 miles, which is close to what I wanted my average to be. So I'm not quite sure where the end of the trip is gonna land, but I have now not stopped focusing on miles with everything that happened yesterday, and I think I'll just be focusing on time I'm out here because that's really what's important. About to be making breakfast soon. I've met some really nice people along the way. The current river is like a good place for floaters and kayakers and stuff like that who just want to take a good Saturday off. And yesterday was Saturday, so that was probably the most amount of people I'll see unless something weird happens. I met a guy who, well, first of all, when my kayak popped, when everything bad happened yesterday, these two guys in a Jeep came up and helped me out after I prayed for God to send me some help, send me something. And we talked about the situation, and they gave me some like advice, and they offered me some beer and or water and something, and I said, "Oh no, thank you, I'm good." But it was still a very good gesture, very kind gesture of them. They're like hillbilly redneck guys who were just out there to I guess just like drink beer and chill out. Yeah, it was good to meet them. Another time, I was further down the river, and the guy saw that one side of my kayak was bigger than the other. And he was like, "Yeah, what's going on? How's that inflatable kayak working out?" And I said, "It's difficult. It's difficult because I gotta avoid rocks and branches and sticks and everything like that I normally don't have to think about when I'm on like a canoe or hard kayak." And so after we talked a bit and I told him my situation, I saw him like hitting a vape, and it smelled like really good. And I said, "Yo, what flavor is that?" And he looked at it and he says like, "Strawberry milkshake." And I'm like, "Have you had the strawberry milkshakes from Chick-fil-A?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "You gotta have them. They smell exactly like that." And so that was good. He came to my campsite afterwards because he lost his group. He was paddling way ahead of them, and so we chilled out and talked for a while. I didn't hit a vape. I'm a Christian Scientist boy, very holy, so you know how it is. Oh, this is something cool. You might be able to see these, but yeah, they're just like little stacked like rock towers that someone else must have left. Yeah. The sun isn't up, by the way, yet. Like, not totally. Before I hit the river, I want the sun to be on the river so it's warm, because I know I'm gonna get wet. The river's gonna open up really soon, and I'm really excited for that. So now I don't have to worry about shallow parts or really navigating a ton of rocks. And It's gonna be great. I don't have to worry about man-eating bridges. You know, that's always a plus. Anyway, to have today be this morning be the wrap up to like what's happened in the past 2 days. I'll just tell you that God has been an essential part in my life in these couple of days, getting through everything, being the comforter. There's no way I would. Today might have been my last day if I didn't sit down and think for a while, read the Science and Health, and understand some truths. So on a very serious note, God is very, very real, and here for us, no matter how well we understand it. By the way, everyone, this is the stove that I'm using. It's the Sve 123, and it has a little key down there, and there's my pot of boiling water that I'll pour into this, and there's this little flame. It works really, really well. I've loved it so much. Highly recommend it if you want to buy like a camping stove. The model is like from 1910 or something super long ago. Alright, I'm back on the river. Beautiful day. Sun isn't quite hitting it yet, but ooh, there it is. Alright, sun's hitting it now. No major updates, just floating along. I'm gonna try to make 15 miles today. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be hitting Acres Ferry in approximately 30 minutes. I'm just averaging out at 30 minutes, and I'll update you when I get there. Alright, I've been on the river a couple hours. It is currently 9:56. I am doing well. I'm doing well. I hear some fast moving water behind me. It might not be rapids or anything like that, but it's just something that I'll have to navigate through. I'm just checking in. Yeah. Nothing too special has gone on, which is not bad. Yesterday was pretty eventful. So, I hope to catch you guys in a bit. Alright, so I've been on the river for a while now. It's about 12:02. I've seen a ton of great blue herons, but other than that, the day has been pretty uneventful. That's why I haven't really been talking to you guys too much. It's been beautiful, and I'll try to get more footage of my bicep. No, more footage of the river. It's been fantastic tanning weather. I'm wearing no clothes right now. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you guys. That'd be weird. Yeah. Not too much to update on. Good day so far. I've seen a couple people, not too many though. And I've heard one person playing music, and it just makes me really want to listen to music. I heard the song called, it's like Baby I Love Your Way by, don't remember who, but it goes like, ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Eh, eh, eh. Yeah, I'm not like a fantastic singer, but you definitely know what I'm talking about. Anyway, enjoy being at your computer or your bed or wherever you listen to this to, because that is where I want to be. No flame, this is a fantastic trip. It's just the laziness telling me that I want to be in bed. But I don't have a choice. My hammock is the closest thing, and I don't want to be in my hammock right now. I want to get it in. That's the truth. Yeah, that's it. Peace out. Hello, it is 12:32 right now, and my shirt is really wet. I put it on for the sake of the video, but in all honesty, the weather's so nice, and you'd probably not want to be wearing a shirt right now. I stopped to make lunch. I'm making some chicken noodle soup. I realized that I was getting a little tired earlier than I should, and so I decided to make a bigger lunch than I did yesterday. Nothing special really has happened. Oh, that's false. I saw another bald eagle. This one looked like older, but he was still a bald eagle, so that's pretty cool. I went swimming. I just kind of swam next to my house pretty much for, I don't know, like 5 minutes, not super long. Just enough to give myself a makeshift shower. Yeah, I'll update you probably while I'm eating if I have any thoughts that I want to catch you guys up on. Hello everyone. I am 30.2 miles down the river. I made it to, right behind me is the Current River State Park. It's not totally finished yet, but I just went up and checked it out, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's been a long day. I've been going really hard for the past couple hours. I still have another, I think, like 2 hours to go on the river. It's about 4:15. I'm gonna pump up my kayak again for probably the 5th time today because of those cuts, and continue going until my campsite. That's the plan. Forgot to tell you guys, I got another healing. My left eye felt like whenever I opened it, like a strong wind was blowing against it. Like it was just hard to open, and it just felt bad. And I was like, I need my left eye for this trip. And so I just kind of told myself, this isn't the truth about me. And and then it just kind of went away. Yeah, I think knowing the truth is like the biggest takeaway I've gotten from this trip so far. Just like, if you got the truth, nothing else to worry about. That's it. I'm gonna continue my development on that, and I'll catch you guys in a couple miles. Oh man, well, I just finished a 20-mile day, which is really good. That means I'm on track to be at Van Buren in another 3 days, which is when I get picked up. I'm making dinner right now, like I normally am when I talk to you guys. Just a lot of moments today where it's just like, I want to stop. I just do not feel good. But I'm just like, nope, that's not who I am. Easy as that, right? You know, my dad who is my off-river contact. He's been keeping in touch with my senior project supervisor, who said that that I should put some of my stories from this, or like submit them to the Sentinel, or submit them to something. Doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Yeah, I bet there'll be more challenges ahead of me. But if they come, I know how to deal with them. I'm making pasta primavera. No meat today. Or for dinner. I had something with meat in it for lunch. I had a big lunch today. I think I already told you guys about that. Yeah, I talked to you then. Cool, well, yeah, hammock's set up back there, and I am ready for sleep to come. I'm really tired. That was a weird way of phrasing it, but I'm talking as I'm thinking, so I'm sorry. Hey, this is probably 30 seconds after I last stopped taking the video. I just remembered a really, really big healing that happened earlier in the trip when the big stuff happened. When I got like 2 giant rips in my kayak and yeah, and when I thought like I would have to like end the trip early and then start a new one, and it'd be like 2 weird days, and yeah, it'd be like a day and a half and a 4.5 day solo, which is a really weird way of doing things. I didn't have to do that, thank God. But one big part was I thought I lost my phone. I thought my phone went in along with Joe's fishing pole, which that was unfortunate. But you know, I'm giving him a good graduation present, I think would be the good way to say it, other than like saying, "Hey Joe, I lost your fishing pole, here's a replacement." Better way to say it is, "Hey Joe, I got you a graduation present." Anyway, I thought I lost my phone. I thought it went through, but after like some serious praying and like talking with my dad and like and just thinking like nothing is lost in the kingdom of God, that classic quote, just this like spark came to me. Wait, is it in my fishing net? And it was in my fishing net that Joe gave me. Thank you, Joe, for that fishing net. Yeah, it was just disguised in there or something. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I don't know if I talked to you, I don't know if I talked to you about this or not. I don't know what I talk about. I would kind of forget. But hopefully that's new information. It was really cool that I didn't like lose everything that I talked about already. Yeah, I'm in a good place. Good morning, everyone. It's like it's 6:15, 6:45 in the morning, and yep, just woke up. About to get my day going. Slept in my hammock. Again, things are starting to get repetitive, but it's good because that means they're going like quicker and I'm getting better at them. Yeah, nothing really to say. I had a dream about actually doing this video, so I almost didn't do it. I almost didn't start my day off with a good morning. I'm gonna make breakfast soon, and I'm gonna try to get on the river pretty quickly. I think I have the like system down that I'm not doing extra things to make myself waste time. I'm gonna see if I can get on the river in about an hour. All right, catch you guys then. Actually, there is something that I wanted to show you. Here's the map that I've been using, and I am right here at 33.0. I'm at Round Spring right there. You see that like bridge? That bridge is just over there. I could see it coming up. And so I'm gonna go all the way down here and see if I can hit mile 52.3, and there's a campground around that area. And so I'm gonna see if I can camp around there. I can't stop there, but there's no reason that I'd want to. That's like at my halfway point. It's just private land on this side. I could stay on the left side of the river, but I don't want to. Yeah, so that's the day, 33 to 52. You know, the first day I told you guys that I was getting bored and stuff, that's all over. I'm not really bored anymore. However, it is painful to wait for your breakfast to heat up, because I finished most everything else in my campsite other than packing like my tarp in my bag behind me, and I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for beautiful food to come my way, but time is the barrier, you know? Bone apple teeth, you know? It smells super good, don't get me wrong. It just looks kind of funny. It's oatmeal, obviously. This is my breakfast, a whole pot of this. I'm trying to eat foods that'll give me enough energy and carbs to get through the day, because I personally don't feel like I'm on the level where I can pray for more carbs, if that makes sense. I'm not off the nutrition level of things. However, that's a pretty good goal. That's a pretty good goal. I pray for these gushers to be as nutritious as like a steak, you know what I mean? I pray for these fruit roll-ups to be as nutritious as this oatmeal. Just a dream. There's some turtles right over there, but what I really wanted to comment on is the insane amount of storks I've seen on this trip. Just way more than I thought there would be. There was one that was following me the majority of yesterday. I just saw a pair fly by. Thought it was worth commenting on. Alright, so just to update you guys on what's going on. I'm kind of stranded here on my island of rocks. I was in touch with my mom earlier. I couldn't get in touch with my dad because he was driving, or he wouldn't be able to help. I could get in touch with him, but he wouldn't be able to help. So my issue is that I am in between campgrounds, and the closest campground is approximately 6 miles away, upstream, and then the next campground is like, I don't know, 10, a little over 10 miles away that way. And I need a patching kit. I need to be able to patch this thing because the government didn't tell me there was, you know, man-eating bridges. I already explained that. So my patching job finally failed. The back one is good. I aced that one, but the back one is still, or the front one is still giving me a hard time. It's been giving me a hard time for like 2 days now. So it finally failed, and I need a way to patch up my kayak and get out of Dodge. And I am not near a road or anything like that. The closest thing to a road is upstream by 6 miles, and that's a bridge on highway, or on Route 19. So my mom's just trying to figure things out. She can call people a lot easier than I can with my satellite phone. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Nothing crazy, just God will have to figure this one out, because I'm not sure where this is going. I'll call you I'll tell you when I have more details. Well, over the course of this trip, it seemed like every time something bad has happened, or I've recorded something bad happening, I'm just like not in a good place. Everything works itself out. I met two guys named named Matt and Nick, and they came down the river in their kayaks that were just enough to carry all my stuff, and we were able to blow up my kayak over there, or not blow it up, but situate everything, putting their life jackets on the other side as well to keep it floating down the river. And and we made it, I don't know, 6 miles, I think that's what we said earlier. 6 miles down the river with half a boat, and Matt carrying the bulk of my stuff, and then Nick carrying a lot of my valuables. This day has worked fantastically. and I could not have asked for it to go any better. After we got to their truck, which they left, I cannot remember for the life of me the name of the place, even though they told me like 3 times. They left their truck a couple miles upriver, and we drove to Eminence County. So there's a lot of bugs. Eminence County, and I went to and I was driving Nick's car. We had all my stuff in Nick's car, and my boat was in the back of his truck. It's really a truck. I don't know why I'm saying car. And we went to 2 stores, Nick and I, tried to find a patching kit, and both the stores said, "Oh, sorry, it's supposed to come in a week," or something like that, because their supplier just wasn't coming very quickly. And and so after we're seen in the parking lot by Matt. Matt comes up and hands me 2 packages, one with sealant and one with a inner tube, an inner tube patcher, and he said those were the last in the store. I think that's what he said. And so these are just perfect examples of how things work really well when we're receptive to God's truth in general. So they left me with $10, 5 for the campsite, and then 5 because money talks, as Matt says. They gave me a Coke, and sent me on my way after a long adventure, after a lot of good things. I think I spent about 5 hours with the guys. Incredible people. I'm so grateful for them. They are, I guess, angels in their truest sense. Anyway, I might talk to you later, anything that comes to my mind, but for right now, that's the good news. I just remembered something. I was talking with Nick in his truck when we were driving here, and he said that yeah, I spend some time on YouTube. You know, I like the website. I like a lot of people on it. And I said, well, what do you watch? Oh, I watch like outdoor stuff. I watch stuff. The Current River. I saw some stuff on that. And I'm like, have you heard of a guy named Joe Robinette? And then he said, yeah. And I'm like, dude, Joe Robinette is like my hero. And I'll put a link to Joe's channel in here if I remember. If I don't, then I'll get to it. But yeah, so that was a cool connection. I like that. I don't know if Nick was impacted it or was as impacted it with it as I was. Sorry, I'm a little tired, long day. As I was, but it was still cool. It was still really cool. Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm eating dinner. Most painful part of the whole experience is putting it in the bag and waiting for it to heat up. But in the meantime, I'll be working on my hammock over there. It's been a good day. It's probably been the best day of the trip. It went from the worst to the best, and that's why it was the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so it's Tuesday. I'm at the same campsite I was at last night. I met some people. They felt like sharing the campsite with me, or they asked if they could, and I said yeah. So so they brought a grill, and we had some like apple brats. It was pretty good. It's raining right now. It was thundering like all night. Everything's really wet. Most of my stuff is pretty dry just because it was under my tarp, as was I. I just kind of put like a triangle shape above my hammock, and that seemed to work pretty well. So now I'm just hiding out under my tarp with my canoe paddle sticking into the roof of it. I'm just kind of waiting it out. I'm gonna have some Cliff Bars. I'm gonna have a Cliff Bar from my backpack, as like a first breakfast, and then I'll just see where I can take it from there. I'm not really worried about getting to anywhere now. I used to be really set on getting to Van Buren, but with all the rain, it's supposed to go until tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I'm not worried about distance, though. I'm not worried about distance. Just worried about time out here. Yep, that's all I really got to say. Alright, so started day, I don't know, 4 or so. It is, oh wait, I already talked to you guys today. Never mind, I don't have to go through that. I am currently boiling water for my breakfast. I'm having biscuits and gravy, like, whew, real breakfast food. And I'm reading a book. It's called Ready Player One. I'm like halfway through. It's been good. I've been reading it as my like dinner's been cooking, or I'm doing anything that involves me waiting for something. Going to sleep. I just do it before I go to sleep. Yeah. It's been a chill morning. I'm still waiting for the message whether or not to get on the river or not. The water's not high or anything. It's right over here, actually. The water's not too high or anything like that. It's just the sky is a little gray, and I don't want it to start raining when I get on, because then I'd have to go through the whole process of finding a place to land, get all my stuff out of my boat, or drag my boat far enough onto shore where I can just cover it with my tarp and it'd be okay. But then there'd be a question of me staying dry. It's just a lot of things to work out. I have a good setup where I am right now. I don't know, since I'm not worried about distance, as I remember saying in the thing earlier today, I might just stay here for a while. I'm pretty comfortable where I am. And it's a timed expedition, so if I don't get to Van Buren, I don't get to Van Buren. But it's okay. I have the, I think, ability to. I still have another 2 days. Or, still have, yeah, I have 2 days. Which is like 40 miles if they're good days, and I'll get there by 40 miles. I'm only 30 miles away from where I have to be. I'm at mile 52 right now. And Van Buren's mile 82. So I'd say I'm in a good place. Anyway, I think that's it for this morning. I'll catch up on anything that I have to think of later. I was actually just looking up the setup I have on the table, and that's pretty organized for me. I've been on the ground most of this time, and so I've had to put things in like a circle around me or whatever for cooking. But I mean, like, look at this. I got my book, I got my bag, my seat, lighter, all this stuff needed, my toiletries. I'll brush my teeth after this. There's my breakfast. I don't know, I'm pretty happy about how this all looks. You know, I've never given you guys a chance to listen to the birds that I'm hearing, so I'll just give you a couple seconds of that, and I'll be quiet. Isn't that great? As y'all can see, I set up a small shelter at the bench that I was at before. I don't think I'll be paddling until the sky clears up, just because it's been raining on and off all day in this area, and I just really don't want to be caught on the river in that situation. So right now I'm pretty content reading a book. and we'll see what the day has to offer. Alright, so I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that the seal for my kayak didn't hold when I pumped it up. Held for a little bit, and then it just, air found a way through and the whole thing just kind of came off, which was unfortunate. And so that means I won't be kayaking anymore. I'll be picked up late tonight or around tomorrow. Plans are still being worked out. I'll figure that out at around 5 o'clock p.m. The good news is that I will be sleeping in a warm bed soon, eating sage food, which is so good. I honestly mean that, like, it's so good. I've been eating MREs for the past couple days, and let me tell you that utensils and like a plate and grape juice from the dispenser, woo, that's gonna be something to look forward to. I think that's all I really have to say, but yeah, it's been a really good trip so far. I'm interested in what nature has to offer for the next couple hours. Yeah. So I got my radio working. There's like one station in the area, and it works only here, so I had to prop it up. In other news, I just cooked up some beef stroganoff. It's just like the worst name for a meal. Stroganoff, or stroganoff, stroganoff. I don't know. Like, there's just stroganoff. Yeah, there's no really tasty way to say it. It's not like pasta primavera. You know what I mean? Maybe just things that sound Italian sound good to me. I don't know. Primavera might not even be Italian. What do I know? Anyway, that's what I got. Beef stroganoff with noodles. Lunch of champions. Lunch of champions. Yeah. It's a good day. It's a good day so far. I'm really, really looking forward to just taking a shower, I think, of all things. That'd feel good. Alright, so, one second, let me just turn this off. I just heard something interesting. Actually, what I heard was normal. What I thought was interesting. I was just listening to a radio channel called, it's like 96.9 The Fox or something like that. Then I was like, why do I only hear channels called like The Eagle or The Fox or like something, I don't know, something sleek, something cool, powerful? I know why. Because marketing, it's just like, oh yeah, I want to listen to something powerful, even if you don't even think that. I guess it's subconscious. But I want to see a successful radio station called 96.9 The Ostrich, or 96.9 The Ferret, or The Otter. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be nice. Or we could take it a step further and be like 86.3 The Potato. I'd like to see that become a thing. I'd listen to it just to support, you know. Anyway, I guess those are the thoughts you get after being on the river for 4 days. That's all I got. Alright, so it's confirmed. I'll be out of here at around 9 o'clock p.m. I was actually wrong about my location. I'm in Two Rivers Access Campground, and right up the road, a little ways, is the store, which is where I'll meet my mom to pick me up. She lives like 3.5 hours away, so I might drive on the way back. I don't know. I'm really tired. It's been a long couple days. I'm not mad that I had to pull out this early. I got what I wanted to do done. I've had the experience that I was looking for. It'd be nice to get on this river. It looks really calm. But it's alright, I'll do it some other time. Next time I'll put it in at Acres Ferry and go to Van Buren because, yeah, it's just does not make sense that they have the bridge there near Cedar Grove, and that's what ultimately killed me. I'd be able to go to Van Buren no problem if I didn't have like half a kayak. I don't think there's anything else that I really had on my mind other than to tell you guys that I'm heading back in about 5 hours-ish. 6 hours. Heading back in 6 hours. I'd like to recommend this book that I'm reading. It's called Ready Player One. And it's about like a world that is in VR, kind of like the Matrix, if that makes sense, except there's like this big hunt to find something worth $240 billion, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I suggest it. I'm gonna log off now before I start rambling. Alright, there's another guy that came to my campsite maybe an hour ago, and we talked for a while. He's a nice guy. He's doing a tour across the country before he has to be in California for an internship. He looks like 23, 24. Maybe more, maybe like 26 or 25, I don't know, ballpark. But he had the thickest beard I've ever seen in my life. Not long, not like an Emac beard, but like a, if Brett Fisher grew out his hair a lot. Sorry, those were two references to my school who'll be seeing this. So, people on YouTube, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's been really nice. I pretty much have everything in my bags. I'm ready. I have my kayak out on. Alright, so we're heading home right now. My last video cut off pretty quick because my phone ran out of charge, but I got some back now. So we're heading back to St. Louis after 4 nights on the river, and that's all I really got to say for this one. I think this is going to be the end of the story. Peace out. Hey guys, it's about a little more than a week after the last video that I took in the car, and I'm pretty happy that the solo went the way it did, and I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least took something from the video. If you guys could leave your comments or anything like that, or questions even, down below the video. Drop a like, subscribe if you want to. It doesn't really mean too much to me because I'm not like a pro YouTuber, but I guess if that's the way things go, I wouldn't be mad about it if I could do this for at least some money. Anyway, that's it. I hope to catch you guys in a couple of weeks, months, I'm not sure. See you later.